salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Any calls for agenda reorganization?
No, but I do have consent questions.
Okay. Nothing to report out yet from closed. Right? Nothing yet. There is one comment from the public on items not on the agenda. Can you read it again, please? Okay. Not on the agenda.
The Brown Act, specifically Government Code Section 54954.2, provides that no action or discussion shall be taken on any item unless it is adequately described in a timely posted agenda. Accordingly, though the public may comment on matters within the board's jurisdiction that do not appear on the agenda, the board cannot respond to such comments without running the risk of deliberating or initiating discussion on topics not properly before the board. Given the prohibitions set forth in the Brown Act and the risk associated with responding to public comments, the board does not respond to the community's questions or comments. The board will respect the rights of the public to express their viewpoints on matters within the board's jurisdiction. However, comments that are defamatory or that violate the privacy rights of any students or individuals may not be protected by law. The board shall not permit any disturbance or willful interruption of board meetings.
Thank you. Brett Smith.
Good evening, board. My name is Brent Smith. Some of you know me, many of you probably don't. I'm a science teacher in the district, 35 years, retired this June. And I just wanted to share with you tonight, because some of you may not know, some interesting occurrences that have happened through retirement. First of all, as we were talking earlier, the name was wrong on my bell, which no big deal. People make mistakes. That's been the process being fixed. But then the hire date was wrong on my bell. That's in the process of being fixed. That's not a big deal either. Things make mistakes. I'm here tonight to share a story that happened 9 days before my retirement. 9 days before I was retired, one of the campus supervisors at Yuba-Sutter High School, in air opened a gate and dropped it onto my truck, damaging my mirror and causing damage and making the mirror not inoperable in terms of a power window mirror that opens and closes and scratching it up and things like that. The campus supervisor completed an email form and sent to the district. I completed an incident form, sent to the district. I spent time going and gathering multiple estimates, as I was directed to do, from different body shops in town, submitted all the paperwork to the district, and thought, as much as this kind of is uncool, having to go into retirement with my vehicle damaged through no fault of my own, sitting parked in the Yuba-Sutter High School parking lot on district property, well, it'll get taken care of by the district, no problem. I received a letter yesterday telling me the district has denied and authorized the administrator for the district insurance to deny and reject my claim for the damage to my truck, and I'm left now with a damaged truck that's basically pristine other than this damage, and now having to seek corrections elsewhere. So I'm just here tonight to just share that, perhaps probably some of the board members aren't aware of how Yuba-Sutter Unified handles damages and loss claims and things like that, but it seems like a really poor way to usher a 35-year veteran into retirement. So just wanted to make that known to the board tonight, put that out there so that people know what's happening. And unfortunately, I guess now it comes down to that my insurance company and your insurance company is going to have to fight it out and go after it, which is unfortunate for that to have to happen in a situation like this. So thank you.
Okay. All right, moving on to the consent agenda.
I move that we're...
Okay. All right, moving on to the consent agenda.
I move that we approve the...
Oh, I have a question.
Sorry.
Yes, I have a couple of questions with regards to the contracts and agreements for B. Under district office, the PO for fiscal year 26-27 from NCR CO Keenan CTEC NorCal Relief for $1.6 million.
I know what that's for.
Yes, please.
That is our property and liability insurance for the entire district, and that is the premium for the entire school district for the year.
Okay. My other question, thank you. My other question is, again, on the next page for the district office, I noticed
What page are you on?
page 2
Okay.
of the attachment for B. For Meteor Education, there's 2 separate line items for soft seating replacement for the district office.
That was actually a requisition put in through us, but it's for the Riverbend School.
Okay, so it goes under the district office under your POs, even though it's being
No, it should be.
debited from
It
the,
should have been that should be under Riverbend.
okay,
That's for Riverbend School. Riverbend School.
Okay.
It's not for the district office.
well, because it comes out to 42,000 when you add those 2 together, and then I noticed, and this is just for replacement seats for one school,
For Riverbend, yeah.
42,000.
Yeah.
For soft seating replacement.
And for foam core replacements for the soft seating for the middle schools. There was a lot of damage to them, so we had to replace them with different chairs so that kids don't damage the chairs.
Okay, so it was just poor manufacturing and poor or
No, not poor manufacturing, just middle school kids not respecting
abusing it.
not respecting the classroom.
Okay. So it's 242,000. Okay. Be it known. Okay, that's it. Thank you, President Court.
Can you get a motion then?
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
On a motion by member
Sorry.
Curdy, second by member Ciola, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries, and member Quilty is absent. Alright. 11A, expulsion and suspended contracts.
I make a motion that we approved according to the vote in closed session.
I second it.
On a motion by member Ciola, second by member Curdy, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. B, YCSD community facilities.
So this is the Community Facilities District number 1. This is the annual roll of the taxes that were approved for those properties, and as stated, the fiscal impact is $4,221,615 coming into Yuba City Unified in Fund 49.
And most of those are developer fees.
They are, yes, they're in lieu of developer fees, but essentially very similar, yes.
Second.
On a motion by member Dami, second by member Ciola, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. C, RVHS overnight tennis classes.
Staff are seeking approval for the River Valley High School tennis team to attend an overnight tournament in September.
I move we approve.
I'll second it.
On a motion by member Balsas, second by member Pretty, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Aren't these usually in consent?
Yes.
Is it the same? That's fine.
We really like tennis.
Just want to be sure we go on record.
That's fine. D, InSync Consulting Services.
The next 3 items are for D, E, and F, are for resource teachers to grade at Y line. First one's through InSync Consulting Services, so staff seek approval to go into contract with InSync.
So this isn't a boy band?
Oh my God.
That would be super cool.
Just had to ask, man.
No, it's not a boy band.
No, it starts with a 9. So my question is with regards to the all 3 of them. Is there a reason why? I mean, I know there's one that has healthcare. I assume those contractors have a specific health bent. Is there a reason we are like going with 3 different contractors?
Just who's availability. Yeah, so we have to. Some of them, a lot of them, districts use contractors, so we have to go through who we've worked with, and who's available. And finding special education teachers found very challenging, and because we had to start school, tomorrow, we just really need to get this moving forward.
Okay.
But the availability is challenging to find, because everyone's going to these contractors because we have a special ed shortage.
Yeah, we typically do this every year, right? So we're at this place. I guess my question is, if we know we're gonna be at this place, and we know we're gonna be at this place, don't we have greater negotiation power if we can find a vendor to work with moving forward that will say, hey, you'll be our guy if,
one guy.
yeah, one vendor, right? And for that, we will go to you first. We will, like, the person negotiating the contracts. But in exchange,
Well, that's kind of hard though, like when you look at, we have 19 vacancies in SPED,
right?
right? So like for one vendor to have 19 special ed teachers, it's kind of hard.
Well, that's their problem.
Sure.
But I mean, if you know,
Yeah.
but if we
Totally.
know, hey, we can like data mine for the past 5 years, we have 19. We are going with you. We're also going with your competitor here and your competitor here. But we prefer to centralize our staffing focus with the company that most aligns with our requirements, our needs, and our culture. So,
We do prefer that,
yeah.
absolutely.
And it's going to happen again. I'm just thinking 2026, 2027, 28, I guess. But is that something we do?
Yes, we try to go through the least amount as we have to, but we just don't have that. They don't have enough capacity and staff to cover what we need.
Okay.
So we have to use multiple vendors.
All right.
And we do want to make the best match possible. We
Absolutely.
will interview the contract applicants, and should they be with another company, then the administrative steps in order to get the right person in front of our kids is something to consider.
Okay.
Well, and then you're also dealing with the fact that they may have 40 special ed teachers, but only 10 of them are in our area and willing to commute or willing to drive to our school.
They might have different specialties too.
Yeah,
And like George said, some of them we interviewed and they're not a fit.
Sure.
But great questions.
Yes.
Thanks.
That would be way easier, trust me, I would love that.
Well, I know, and I think, as far as the fiscal management, just being, good stewards of the money of our hardworking neighbors, It's just about.
if it's okay, I can take D, E, and F because it's the same thing together. Make a motion, we approve D, E, and F.
Second.
On a motion by Member Domi, second by Member Cierciolo, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries for D, E, and F. And G is just a first read, so if you guys have questions.
But I'll let somebody else go first. A new change for all of you who have your questions based on the 200 pages of reading that you did.
Where's 401?
Well, don't check. I have a question. I have a couple of questions. I noticed on BP 4151, 4251, 4351. Anyone bingo? Anyone? No? Okay.
Employee compensation.
That is correct. Employee compensation, if you scroll to the bottom, there's still, it just says paid, insert frequency, and in blank equal payments over the year. There isn't anything put in there. So are we approving a blank check?
First read. This is the first read. We're not voting on it today.
No, I know, but the
But
question
so it will
is,
be inserted for the next meeting.
oh, so there'll be more like, more like
others.
surprise toys at the bottom of the cereal box for the second reading?
It will
It'll be
reflect the current
color-coded.
practice.
What?
It'll reflect the current practice. There's not a change in practice, it's just
We haven't put it
inserting
in
how
there.
we do it.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I thought that copy was coming to you, and I apologize that it's not pointing out.
The what?
I thought that was coming to you already, I apologize, it's not pointing out. Yeah.
Well, no, it's still the red line, which thank you. It's still the red line. It just didn't have that.
Filled in.
It filled in. So, okay, that's fine. Well, then I will just save my questions for the next read. It's complete.
Do you want to set some time aside?
Yeah, I could do that. Just if we can get the updated copies in as soon as possible, and then Jordan, I'll hang out, you and I can hang out. And
We might hang out with Scott too.
let's do it. Let's go.
Yes, we can get to you next.
You bet.
Any board reports, information, discussions?
I attended the first board meeting of the summer Yuba City Charter School, and they started school on Monday. He said that he doesn't like to do this middle of the week thing, and then and I said, well, I love the middle of the week thing because you go 3 days and then you have a break, you know. But anyway, he disagreed with me, so they started school on Monday, and let's see, what else? It's been a long week.
Do they have a student count? Like, how's their enrollment? Did you mention anything about that?
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. They have 15 students who are being reclassified. Isn't that awesome? And he was saying that these reclassified students actually end up being some of their top students because that test is so hard. And, you know, to pass that test and do well on the CAS is because you have to do, you know, they take into consideration both of those things. And the other thing is that they're using a test that they, and I can't, gosh, I should have brought my notes, I'm sorry. But they're using a test that they give 3 times a year that kind of helps them in terms of predicting the results on the CAS. And I can't remember what
Was it the NWE?
Yes. That is that, does that do
They've
that?
been using
Doreen?
it. The charter, there is, some will state that there's a correlation. So I know the charter's been using that for that reason as a predictor for performance on the CAS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also
they find
gives it, doesn't it give the kids some practice too?
And so they see a correlation there. So their
Okay.
data will show that there's a correlation between student performance on those tests as well and how they perform on the CAS.
Yeah. So I thought that was really interesting, but I was very impressed about their 15 second language kids being reclassified. That's awesome. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.
And then are there any written communications from the public? No? Okay, comments from employee reps. Rock, paper, scissors.
Good evening, board staff and audience today by the time I talk because it's so quick. Well, tomorrow starts my 26th first day of school at Yuba City Unified, so that's pretty exciting. I just got back from our CSA conference, which is our 100th. We're starting our 100th year in existence, which is really cool. After CSA was founded, we soon became part of CalPERS, and that became that public retirement system. Which leads me to my next thing is that tonight my e-board committed to host a pre-retirement seminar, not only for our CalPERS members here in the district, but our members throughout the Area A, which is called all the way up. I don't think that many people will show up, but we host a lot of them. But it's really a great seminar to show our members what to look forward to, and how to prepare, because the time to start preparing for retirement is really when you start working, right, and start looking ahead. So I'm excited that we've got that one in place. I wasn't at your last board meeting, so I do appreciate that the board saw that the Highlands Charter was not a good fit for the district, and we will be prepared to let the county know that as well. And then also, and I thank you in closed session last meeting, you made a decision on an appeal, and I appreciate that you held up that decision. And pretty exciting, I talk to you about training often, and the district this year has invited pairs and campus supervisors to some pre-service training. So we did 6 hours of training there. I think there's probably about 50 of us there, 50, 55, somewhere around there. get curious, not frustrated, which is a really great way to start the school year, and to think about, kind of that positive mindset on how to react to students, react to adults, how to interact in a positive way to make everybody feel valued, how to accept apologies and encourage students how to apologize when they're in the wrong, and take ownership. So I did really, really appreciate that training. One thing that I took away was, it's not, no, I can't say it. It's the deed, not the doer. In other words, we have these behaviors, but it's not necessarily that person, and don't take it too personal, because we don't know what's going on in those kids' lives. We're going to see kids come back to school that have maybe had little supervision over the summer, maybe had not good food and good environments, and so we're going to have to refocus them into what being a student's all about. So this was a really good first start for us. So thank you very much.
Good evening, members of the board, superintendent, and community. We have community tonight. I'm Trinity Towns, president of YCTA, and I think this is my 23rd year. I don't know anymore. Like, after you get past 20, I feel like you're just 20-something years in teaching. I kind of know, okay. I echo Mercedes' sentiment in denying the charter with Highlands. I was not here because I was enjoying some time in Santa Barbara. My daughter really likes the college, so we might be going to Santa Barbara more often. Who knows? I don't know. But it's been a whirlwind of the last couple of weeks. From there, I went to President's Conference for 4 days, and really felt like I'm okay in these shoes, so I'm feeling kind of happy and a little bit more standing proud. It's been a fantastic last couple of weeks since then. I came back and did new member orientation. Outstanding turnout. We had 57 certificated members present, and we had tremendous engagement and a great turnout for YCTA interest and new membership. I think it's one of our highest years that we got applications back, so we're really super excited. Tuesday's boot camp onboarding, I heard so many good just feedback from our other teachers about how great it is to have this extra resource of the onboarding process, just to get that extra little support. And then yesterday with the district professional development day, great opportunity to celebrate being back together. And Hamish did a wonderful job about re-energizing us all. And I think I speak slower than him, which that's amazing being a Californian, I think. Looking across the past week, I really appreciate principals getting back to me with events at their school sites, so I can try to make some of those, as well as planning site visits, so I appreciate their communication. I also want to express how thankful YCTA has been in the communication bridge that we're actively building with Yuba City Unified. With all the situations, though they didn't turn out maybe as expected, transparent communication allowed us to reach the best possible result for everyone involved. And so my hope is that these connections continue to grow as we deepen our mutual respect for each other's values, history, and shared commitment to the district. And finally, as we look forward to tomorrow for our traditional folk, on behalf of Yuba City Teachers Association, I wish every teacher, staff member, and administrator starting tomorrow with students an amazing and inspiring first day of school. So thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you. Okay, comments from board members?
I'd like to say something about yesterday's PD. I thought Hamish Brewer was really, really good. And I've seen a lot of really good, very good motivational speakers, and he was top of the line. My problem always with the motivational speakers is it's all great, rah, terrific means. We all agree on all of the things that he had to say, but what do you do with it? Mm-hmm. And from loads and loads of professional developments that I've either attended or led, sometimes it just becomes a binder that goes into the shelf and it never gets pulled out again. So when we have put the resources into hiring a motivational speaker like Hamish, we need to make sure we follow up and give our staff ways to implement some of the really cool things that he brought forward, because he had some really good insights and really good messages for us all. But it gets lost in the shuffle. We get busy and you easily forget all those really cool things, all those really cool ideas that as you're sitting there before you get a bunch of kids in your room and life goes crazy, you completely forget. So we need to make sure we check in more often than just, a couple of months down the road the next time we have a PD. Just make sure that somewhere along the line there's little messages to kind of reinforce what he had to say. So that's it.
I know, he had 2 follow-up seminars that he did with, so there was, the teachers that, had attended the math training during the summer were able to do some electives, and I know that, I think he had quite a few teachers, so that was a good thing.
Cool.
To do some follow-up.
Some more.
Yes.
Yeah, there was, question and answer periods,
Yeah.
and they
And he did one
thoroughly
in the
enjoyed it.
morning after the thing that we attended. He did one in the morning and then one in the afternoon too.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
so, yeah.
But again, that was
Yeah.
now. In
Well,
2
and
or
that
3
goes
weeks,
with anything
Right.
we do
Absolutely.
in terms of professional
we just
development.
need to remember it.
How do you implement that, or are you implementing that?
Right.
But my big takeaway was that we love those students.
Yep.
We love them.
I have 2 comments. One, I know we have some charter renewals that are coming up. I think one of those is at the end of this year, maybe, possibly.
Yes.
Can we get some information on what that looks like? Because I don't recall going through the charter renewals since I've been on board, but maybe if we can get some literature.
It will
on
be very similar to just a petition, so there's some nuances to it, but I can certainly put that in my Friday in terms of what you'll be looking for. So timeline-wise is the petition will be coming forward in October, and then timeline-wise is 90 days, so that would take it to the January meeting for vote.
Yeah, because I know that there's some responsibilities on our end too, since they were already an established charter, right? But we can talk about that, because I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
The other thing that I just wanted to share was that, like our union presidents had mentioned, first day of school is tomorrow. I can just imagine, certificated staff and classified staff that are probably still at school sites right now, preparing for the first day of school tomorrow. As a person with nieces and nephews within the district, I know that we have an exceptional staff that really does care about our kiddos, and I see that through my nieces and nephews. So I just wish all of you guys the best first day and an amazing school year.
Amen.
Absolutely.
And then there have been some requests or suggestions about increasing board member salaries.
Board compensation?
Yes. Can we get either more information in a report and then have it pushed to the agendas?
She put it in the Friday letter.
It's in the Friday letter, but she actually needs direction on where to go from here.
Yes, so my question would be, so yes, I shared the
I
information.
have a thing from CSBA that,
Yes, so it's based upon ADA. We have an ADA that I verified of 10,500, and therefore it would need to be agendized. The bylaw would need to be revised along with the resolution, and then board action and verification of the certified ADA,
So
and that would happen in open session.
So do we is a process that we would have board discussion? Is that what you're asking first? And then at the discussion, we would determine whether or not we want to agendize for action? Or is it that we would have discussion and action potentially same meeting?
On the agenda?
Alright, so I can bring forward the bylaw as an action item along with the verification of the ADA, as I shared in the Friday, and then the board would take action in open session. I think the question will be is the dollar amount, so based upon our ADA, board is entitled to compensation up to $2,000 a month. And so you're currently at $400 a month, and so it really will be the decision of what is that amount that you would like inserted into the bylaw?
Can I ask you a question? How long has it been since the board received a raise in their,
Not that I can recall,
not ever in your memory?
not since I've been here as a
So
superintendent.
it's been a very long time.
I've been here over 10 years as superintendent.
Yes.
So, and then, yeah, so that with the new laws, that is why the law was put into place, and I shared, I think in October last year, that the board can do this, I just need direction as to what you would like me to do. So I guess the question would be is, would you like me to bring forward a draft of agendize it as the revision of your bylaw, which I can't remember, it's 91 something, and then the verification of the ADA, and then the board will have to take action regarding the amount to insert into the bylaw.
If there are other board members who want to do it, that's fine, but I don't need it revised. I don't care to have it revised, at least on my part, so.
I would like to see it agendized.
You can see it and then we'll go from there.
Okay, and we'll bring it at, would you like it at the next board meeting?
Sure.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, and then on that note, I hope everybody has a great first day back tomorrow, and good luck for the year. And, Jordan, your comments?
I echo the same. I think classified and certificated staff have been working really hard for tomorrow. There has been a ton of work going on in the campuses. We ran a huge summer school program that we're realizing can have a domino effect in terms of maintenance and facilities being able to get in there and really do what needs to happen. And we are opening tomorrow. Kids will be happy to be there. Teachers have been working hard to get their classrooms ready, but it has taken truly everyone to make tomorrow happen. So thank you to everyone, and thank you for Monday, and for those who were able to be there, thank you for being there. I know our staff appreciates seeing their faces, and stay tuned. But tomorrow is happening. The kids are arriving.
Yay!
All over 11,000 kids are arriving, so that's a good thing.
It is a perfect thing.
Okay, for future reference, next board meeting is August 25th. We are gonna go back into closed session.
We're moving into close.
Government Watch, you can support or sponsor. Help keep the community aware with Yuba-Sutter.LIVE.